Alright, hello class. My name is Mr. Namaswa. I'm going to take you through the 10th lesson. And our subtopic for today is training. Now, in our previous lesson, we were discussing about how to recruit workers. We discussed how we do job analysis, specification. So today we want to see how training is done. Now we said there are three types of training that are done in a business. The first one is induction training, where we say this is whereby a worker is given the routine and the regulations of the work. Now today we start by looking at on-job training. Now this is the second type of training where the employee does the job while being supervised by a more experienced worker, giving them tips, suggestions, and giving them help when they require. So as the name suggests, this one you are working and doing the job at the same time. Now when we discussed induction, here we say the worker is not working, right? They are being trained, then once they finish the training, they start working. But on the job training, the worker is already working. Then at the same time, they are being trained. So the supervisors are going to be giving them the tips, they are going to allow them to give suggestions, and whenever they need any assistance, the supervisor are going to give. Now, what are some of the advantages and disadvantages of this type of training? Now, one, the employee does not need to be sent away, right? So, the employee does not go to an institution for training, no. They are in the workplace and they are being trained. So that is advantage number one. Another advantage is that it is cheaper than off-job training. Now, off-job means the business or the company will pay another institution to conduct the training, which is expensive. But here, the senior workers are the ones who are going to conduct the training. So it is cheaper. Another advantage is that there is still production from the worker while training. So the worker is working. So they are still engaged in production. If the company is involved in production of goods and services, so this worker is still producing the goods and services. Yet at the same time, they are being trained. And finally, the employee is trained exactly how the company works. So, unlike where another institution or another organization is going to train the workers, here it is the management or the senior supervisors that are training. So, the training is customized to meet what the organization wants. So, they won't train you what the business does not want. Now, the disadvantages. One, the trainer won't be as productive because they are teaching the employees. Now, what do we mean by this? So, the trainer, who is a supervisor in this case, is going to lose their productivity while they concentrate on training. So, during that time, they will not do a lot of production because they want to train the new worker to be as effective. But two, the trainer might have bad habits and pass on to the employee. Now, whoever is training might have some bad habits. Okay? For example, they could be disorderly. They could not be neat in how they conduct their work. They could be maybe engaged in smoking. Alright? So these habits might easily be passed on to the employee, which is a disadvantage. And the final disadvantage is that no recognized training qualifications outside the business. Now what we mean is that this kind of training, someone is not going to be given a certificate, and therefore it is not recognized outside. Meaning you cannot use the training to look for employment elsewhere. It is not recognized. Now the third and final type of training is what we call off-the-job training. This is where the employee is trained away from the workplace, normally by specialized trainers. Now, there are various agencies that conduct training for workers, right? They have been registered to do training. So, any company that wants their workers or employees to be trained, send them to these institutions for training. This is what we call off-the-job training. What advantages and disadvantages does this kind of training have? One, lots of skills are taught. This is an advantage. So when people go for this training, they'll acquire a lot of skills. That is one. Number two, trainings are sometimes off work hours, which means the worker will still work. So this could be part-time training. So the employee can do their normal full-time work up to 5. Then once they leave the work, they can go for training. So they will continue being productive. Number 3, the employees become versatile. That means they can be moved around the company and still know what to do. Now remember, in our first advantage, we say the employee gains a lot of skills. So with these skills, they become what we call versatile workers. They can be able to do very many jobs in different departments because they have the skills. And finally, the employees are taught by expert trainers who have up-to-date knowledge. So these are people with the required qualifications who are conducting the training. So the employee who is being trained is going to gain much. Now, the disadvantages of this type of training are as follows. Number 1, it is expensive to send employees off to expert trainers. It's expensive to the company. Number 2, the workers are being paid but not doing any work. They have gone for training. It will take even 3 months. So during this time, they are being paid, but they are not doing any work. So it becomes an extra cost to the company. But 3, professional training gives employees additional qualifications, which makes it easier for employees to find another job. So we are saying, once they go for this off-job training, they are trained by experts. So the qualifications they get from here, they can use it to look for better jobs elsewhere. So that becomes a disadvantage to the company that spend money on training. Now, sometimes a company might need to reduce the size of the workforce, possibly because of when the economy is not doing very well. Like currently, because of the COVID, most countries, the economies are operating at below 50%. So because of this, companies may find it necessary to reduce the size of their workforce. Now, some of the reasons that may lead to this is 1, due to automation, right? This is whereby companies decide to use robots replacing human beings. So when you decide to use more of capital or machines to do work that human beings would have done, then obviously it's going to lead to reduction in size of the workforce. Number 2, another reason for reducing the workforce could be due to less demand for products or services, when there's too much competition. leading to a reduction in demand for the goods that are produced. Then the firms will have to cut down on the workforce. It could also be due to a business having relocated abroad. So if maybe the work environment is not very conducive, the business is making losses, they may decide to relocate abroad where the cost of doing business could be low. Maybe the wages in such a country are low, or the raw materials are easily available and cheaper. When a business relocates, then it means it has to reduce on the workforce. Finally, when a business is being taken over, or when it merges, and now they have too many workers doing the same job. So this is a scenario where two businesses that are doing the same production come together, right? So that means they have a lot, they have for every job, they have two workers. What will happen? They'll have to reduce the number of the workforce. Now, that brings us to the end of our first part of this lesson. In our next lesson, we are going to look at more reasons for why companies reduce their workforce.